For coming in to talk to us. Well, yesterday the Crusaders took on the Leeds Rhinos, as we've been hearing. It was the first game at next season's home at Newport's Rodney Parade Stadium. It had been billed as another step forward for the Crusaders and the game in Wales as a whole, but it was somewhat overshadowed. Dave Woods reports.
A nightmare week just got worse for Celtic Crusaders. 6 Australians to be deported, several more out injured, and the Leeds Rhinos in town. Rob Burrow's kick, a catch by Ryan Hall, and Keith Senior's try gave Leeds the lead after only 4 minutes. 12 more tries followed. Burrow and Maguire at the heart of the second score, releasing Leeds' prolific winger Hall at the corner. Despite the bad publicity ahead of the game, a decent crowd turned up as the Crusaders' new temporary residents of Rodney Parade, Newport, and they would have admired Leeds' cutting edge. Scott Donald a scorer after good build-up play. Burrow took off from dummy half in electrifying fashion to set up the first of Brett Webb's hat-trick of tries. And less than half an hour had been played when Leeds scored their 5th of the night, Keith Senior bullying his way over for his 2nd score. By now, everyone was queuing up to write their names onto the score sheet. Jamie Peacock, through some tired defending, scored try number 6. And Leeds led 34-0 at the break, thanks to Brent Webb's diving effort, a brace so far for the Kiwi fullback. There was no let-up in the second half. Peacock relishing his role as a try scorer. A minute later, a move started by Rob Burrow was also finished by the diminutive scrum half, and Leeds had long since passed the point where their points difference tally would take them top of the table. Peacock must have sensed a hat-trick when put through a gap by Burrow's pass, but it was either try to sidestep the fullback or lay it on a plate for Webb, and he took the sensible option, giving Webb his 3rd. Credit, though, the Crusaders for some spirit. Leeds looked certain try scorers again when Rob Burrow's measured kick had Donald off in hot pursuit, but Elliot Keir pulled off the tackle of the night to deny the Aussie wingman. Leeds were far from finished, though. Try number 11 saw Burrow playing a key role again. Jamie Jones-Bucanan finishing with a step inside 2 weak attempts at tackling. This made it the round dozen, the untidiest try of the night, Matt Diskin reaching through to plonk the ball over the try line. And finally, a rare moment and an act of real generosity. When Callum Watkins sliced through the Celtic defence and set up Brent Webb, it looked set to be a 4th of the night for the New Zealand fullback. But unselfishly, he passed to Jamie Peacock to score his hat-trick instead. It won't be often the prop scores 3 in a game. The Crusaders can't wait for their nightmare season to finish.
Robbie, I guess it's not a surprise, that scoreline after the week they've had.
It is, and because obviously, as we've just spoken about, those 6 players are actually 6 of their best players, make up a good core of their team, especially in their half and captain Van Dijk. You know, he moves them around the park, and doing it that way without those players is always going to be tough. Doing it with those players is going to be tough against Leeds, who are the informed team at the moment.
Leeds are scoring tries for fun at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, they look like they're back to their best. They were looking for a peak at the start of the season, obviously, for the World Club game, and that can peter out throughout the middle of the season, but they seem to have found their mojo again, and they're getting their energy levels back up high, and everybody's turning up in the right place.
Robbie, thank you very much for now. Well, one